Tuck, your opinion on Ezekiel Elliott getting suspended. Yeah. I tell people like this. It's Friday night. Cheers. It's rough. Rough like that shot. And here's why. Do I agree with players being disciplined when they act up for drugs, for domestic violence, and all sorts of craziness, gun fights in the club? Absolutely. But here's my problem with the Zeke suspension. And I'm not just going to talk as a Cowboys fan. I'm just going to talk as a football fan in general. This is something that happened in college. Talking about college. The campus police, the Ohio State police, didn't find anything to accuse Ezekiel Elliott of any wrongdoing. All right? Ezekiel Elliott was drafted. He played a full season last year. And now in the second season, we are wanting to come back and suspend this guy. It doesn't make sense. Here's my thing. If you're going to suspend a player for what happened in college, it needs to happen that rookie season so we can be done with it. But the NFL has drugged this thing out for over more than a year, for a full season. And now they wanted to come back and suspend Zeke. And this is where Commissioner Roger Goodell has to be stopped. This is outlandish. This makes no sense. I mean, think about it. So you have, even the Chiefs situation with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill hasn't gotten in any trouble. I live in Kansas City. He's been a model citizen. So are you going to go back mid-season and be like, you know what? We're going to suspend you for some old stuff that happened. That's the crazy thing about what Commissioner Goodell is doing. When he's trying to be the judge and executioner of what's going on with these players, he is disrupting the flow of his product, which is the entertainment value of the NFL. So you mean to tell me we're going to have Cowboys versus Giants, opening season, opening game, big rivalry, division rivalry. We bring in ratings without our star-studded running back, Zeke, for something he did in college that he wasn't even charged on. That's the crazy thing. Like, let the man be charged on something. An accusation, being accused, that can open up a whole completely can of worms. Anybody can accuse anybody. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? If this is the case, anytime a player is accused of committing a crime, we're going to suspend them. You might as well get rid of the NFL because that can happen in any case. I can be like, you know what? We play the Packers. Aaron Rodgers beat me up at the club. Do you have any proof? No, I'm just accusing him of it. Suspend him. And that's where we're getting with this. Like, Commissioner Goodell, stop, bro. I don't know what needs to be done, but we have to get him out of the NFL because he is killing the sport of football. Slowly. Things have been on a downhill, and this all started back with the whole Pac-Man Jones situation. And I get it. The Josh Brown situation, the kicker for the Giants, he kind of had his situation where, they didn't suspend him, then come to find out he was a horrible human being. Okay, it happens. But you can't take that effect on all of the other players. For instance, Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy, there was evidence, there was photos. He was charged, but he paid the girl off. That's different. It's a completely different scenario. Greg Hardy is scum of the earth. I'm glad he's out of the NFL. I didn't really want him on my team. But if there's no proof, and can't find any wrongdoings, what are we suspending players for? That's not your responsibility, Commissioner Goodell. It's not your job. And I'm not just saying this as a Cowboys fan. I'm saying this as an NFL fan. Stop. Stop with all this. It's getting outlandish where players are getting suspended 4 games for marijuana possession or possible drug. And Like, stop. We pay good money to see players play. Let them play. We want to be at full capacity when we have Cowboys versus the Giants, or when you have Eagles versus Redskins. We don't want to have you interfering with the matchups because you only get 16 games in football. So you suspend Zeke for 2 games, right? And I said this on Twitter earlier. Like, even if you suspend Zeke, right? And I'm going to break down the Cowboys schedule later as we get closer to the season, but it's not like, oh my God, like some people for Cowboys Nation, I understand, like, oh, we're going to suspend Zeke, I'm going to freak out. No, that's not the case. I think even if we have Jerry McFadden and Alfred Morris, we're going to be A-OK. Don't suspend Dak for no BS, right? But it's the fact of the matter is, like, the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm trying not to be a fan, but damn it, I'm a fan, right? So the Dallas Cowboys, we keep the lights on the NFL. It is what it is. There's something just dropped in Forbes how we are worth like $4.3 billion, So people pay to see us win. People pay to see us lose. We are one of the most watched sports franchises in the world. Zeke is a very important piece of that. Why not give the people what they want? We don't want to see Eli and Odell Beckham Jr. and the new Brandon Marshall and Sterling Shepard come to play the Cowboys without their star-studded running back. We want to see them at full maximum capacity. And what Commissioner Goodell is doing is interfering and messing up the flow of the NFL. He even did the same thing with Tom Brady. Like the Tom Brady, not a Patriots fan, but the Tom Brady suspension was outlandish and was stupid. Should have just let it go and moved on. All right, there's no evidence of the Deflategate, though I think he did it. I don't know, but just move on. Like, just be a commissioner, get your high salary, and enjoy that you're one of the commissioners of one of the most premier sports entertainment leagues in the world. You watch the NBA, and you see Adam Silver. He commissions the NBA to perfection. Go sit with that man, do a shadow, do a listening, take notes, because you are slowly, Commissioner Goodell, killing the NFL. You're taking the fun out of it. People can't even wear different colored cleats without getting suspended. All this craziness. Now you say you want to open up end zone celebrations a little bit more. Yeah, because the ratings were going down. So that's the only way you're getting affected is because the ratings were going down and you're getting hit in your pocket. So now you want to let players have a little fun and a little bit of freedom. Let these players do what they do best, and that's be great. If someone wants to wear blue cleats and green cleats or breast cancer cleats or camo cleats, let them do it. It has nothing to do with the overall performance of the game. But you just want to interfere and be the overlord and, God, just go somewhere. Just go somewhere. So does Zeke need to be suspended? No. But, I did say this earlier on Twitter, right? Do I think Zeke is being suspended for his issue at Ohio State? Possibly, but Zeke has done, to be fair, Zeke has done a few questionable things today. It wasn't bad to kind of put him in that spotlight. And see, Zeke has not yet learned how to just stay low, keep a low profile, stay out of the news, and just do it. But it's hard, though. It's hard. Imagine being 22, 23 years old. You're playing for the Dallas Cowboys. You're a multi-millionaire. Everybody knows your name. You're one of the best running backs in the league. And he's trying to behave. He's trying to balance it out. It takes people a while. Like, Dak is just built different. That's the only reason why Dak is able to do what he does. And hopefully, Dak is able to stay grounded the way he is. But I think his upbringing helps him with that. But it took Dez a while to finally get things. It took Michael Irvin. Like, when you play for the Dallas Cowboys, you are bigger than the sport of football. And I'm just being honest. I'm not being a fan, though I am a fan. You are bigger than the sport of football. You're a celebrity. You're just the same as Drake. You're Kendrick Lamar. You're bigger. Everybody knows who you are. I mean, go through the profile. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington. They're all watching the Cowboys. They look up to these people. They're watching them every Sunday. And so it's hard for some players to kind of adapt and get along with that lifestyle, but Zeke has to stay low. But the thing is with Zeke, and I said this earlier also with Dak, they're like, thunder and lightning. Like they contrast each other. You have Dak, one of the players, the quarterback, who's kind of quiet and kept himself. He says the right things, does the right things. He's kind of the role model. And then you have Zeke, who is the limewire. And I think they offset because what happened last year, they took pressure off of each other because, Zeke came in being the number 4 pick, running back from Ohio State, expected to do big things. And people forget that Zeke struggled early. But people didn't have time to focus so heavily on Zeke because they were focused on Dak coming in from Romo. So they kind of offset each other where so many people were focused on what Dak was doing. Zeke was kind of able just to do his thing and fly low and have fun and, skate under the radar and vice versa. And so I think that's, one of the key benefits of having those two being in close relationship. My biggest fear is that something happens and there's a rift. Like, is it Dak's team? Is it Zeke's team? Is it Zeke's team? And there's a separation. If that happens, things might change in Dallas. But as far as the suspension goes, Commissioner Goodell let it go for all these players. And I get it. Like, some players deserve to be suspended. Not everyone deserves to be in the NFL. But players like, Joe Mixon. So what are we going to do? 2 years from now, Joe Mixon's finally moved on with life and moved on past this incident. We're going to come back and suspend him 2 games for Cincinnati just because he did something 2 years ago. Come on. Like, if he went to jail and he was accused and, he paid his way out or he did some community service, okay, that's different. But suspend them their rookie season. Don't wait a whole nother year. Because what type of research, what is it that you just now found today on July 14th that you decided to try to press forward with the suspension? Now, the suspension isn't solid. Hopefully it doesn't fall through. But it doesn't look good for Zeke. So the first 2 games we might be without Zeke the Freak. But it's alright. We're still going to be good. So it's your boy Jay Tuck, man. Let me know. Does Commissioner Goodell need to go? Are you tired of him? I mean, I don't know. I'm tired of this guy. He's coming down with all these crazy rules. He's just in the way. He's in the way, so we got to get rid of Commissioner Goodell. I'm about to start a campaign, a petition to get Commissioner Goodell out of there. It's your boy J Tuck. Tuck your opinion. Hit me up on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Hit me up on Instagram. Keep the questions coming. I appreciate everyone watching. It's Friday night. We celebrating. And I'm signing off. Peace.